RAUSCH Games! Hello, and welcome back to the Staples Center in Los Angeles, California. We were here 3 weeks ago to start off this year's Universe mode with Raw. We are back again, and this is our last WWE Raw before the huge Extreme Rules pay-per-view coming up this Sunday. We've got 5 one-fall matches scheduled for you tonight, including a number 1 Contenders match heading into the pay-per-view. We're leading off with Bautista taking on Rey Mysterio here. The last time we saw Bautista, he was in the losing side of in a tag team match. He was teamed up with Brock Lesnar against The Undertaker and Mick Foley. That was last week, I believe, or 2 weeks ago. Who knows? This is our 4th Raw, not our 3rd Raw. That's why I'm confused. I'm already messing it up. And the last time we saw Rey Mysterio, he was losing to Hulk Hogan, despite the fact that he seemed to be in control throughout the entire match. So each one of these men is looking for a little redemption here to open Raw from the Staples Center. 20,000 plus fans, the House of Kobe Bryant, the Los Angeles Kings, Stanley Cup winners, NBA finalists, all the good stuff here in LA. And now we've got Bautista and Rey Mysterio opening the show. If you are familiar with all of our WWE Universe programming, you're aware that last night we had our first pay-per-view at all this year in 2K14. We had the NXT Extreme Rules pay-per-view, and those 7 matches were definitely something else. It's a good thing that Stephanie McMahon did change the card about halfway through the show, giving us that other title match, because now, if you watch the pay-per-view, you know that Brodus Clay, one half of the tag team champions with Tons of Funk, is now also the internet champion after beating Zack Ryder in a match for his belt that was not initially put on the card. We also know that The Miz, with all that speculation as to who would actually fight Big John Studd for the NXT Championship at their Extreme Rules pay-per-view, we know that it was The Miz that got the number 1 contendership. He got the title shot at the pay-per-view, and he capitalized. He is now your NXT champion, and if he manages to hold that belt all the way through next year's WrestleMania, he is going to get an automatic promotion up here to the big leagues, either Raw or SmackDown, whichever roster has fewer members at that time. You got to remember that. Now, Brodus Clay, your new internet champion, will have a chance to cash in as early as SummerSlam this year. He'll be able to take a random WWE roster superstar on in a match at the SummerSlam pay-per-view, and if he wins, he becomes a member of that superstar's roster. Pardon me, I'm still a little tired. Just woke up, just going to play through this. But anyway, the first match, Rey Mysterio missing a spinning heel kick there. Bautista kind of standing over him like a vulture, stomping on his shoulder while he's down on the ground. Bautista with the obvious size advantage here, but we have seen good things from Rey against bigger competition. He could very well have had that match against Hulk Hogan last week on Raw, but Hogan just got the better of him with his strength at the end there. And now Mysterio going into the kick, but there's Bautista with a big-time spine buster that we know he does oh so well. And now he is down, getting Rey Mysterio up to his feet, waiting for the groggy opponent. Kicks him to the gut. This is going to look like a Bautista bomb. He's got him up and all the way down. Sit-out powerbomb from Bautista. He's going to go pin the much smaller Rey Mysterio. 1, 2. That's a 3 count right there. Had to make sure the ref got it. Easy win for Bautista over the much smaller Rey Mysterio. Mysterio now on a little bit of a losing streak. That's going to be the last match in the month of April for either of these guys, unless they get booked at the pay-per-view, which who knows anymore, the way that the GMs book things here. We're coming right back. We have a number 1 Contenders match for the Divas Championship coming up next, guys. Sit tight. We also have the last encounter between John Cena and Dolph Ziggler before their big showdown for the WWE Championship this Sunday. That's going to be our main event this evening. Wade Barrett will also be making his debut in our Universe mode a little bit later on in a one-on-one match against Antonio Cesaro, guys. Let's let Bautista soak it in, let's cut the commercial, and let's come right back. And we have our second match here from the Staples Center in Los Angeles, California. This is the number 1 Contenders match for the Divas Championship, which may very well be contested this Sunday at Extreme Rules. Heading into this match, your technical number 1 contender is Kaitlyn, who has been on a bit of a tear. Her challenger in this match for that position heading into the pay-per-view is Natalya. The last time we saw Natalya, she was kicking the Great Khali in his great crotch. But before that, she was here on our opening Raw in this Universe mode, beating the Divas champion AJ Lee in a non-title match, definitely earning her spot in this match right before the pay-per-view. Kaitlyn, though, with her newfound relationship with Edge that's been going on for the last few weeks now, has just been on an absolute tear in this Universe mode. She seems damn near unbeatable. Wait, Natalya off the top. Huge missile dropkick from Natalya to the chest of Kaitlyn. Great reversal there. Kaitlyn looked like she was going to try to kick Natalya off the top turnbuckle, but Natalya just firing right back. These two, not enemies by any stretch of the imagination, but they're definitely going to give us a hell of a competition here, as they both want that pink butterfly belt from around the waist of AJ Lee. They're tired of her having it. Huge running clothesline from Natalya. Kaitlyn on the defensive in this match. Not something she's seen much of so far this season in our Universe mode, but Natalya, from her appearance in Week 1, just destroying AJ Lee in a singles match, to appearing again in NXT programming to break up with her boyfriend. She looks like she's on a mission. She's getting rid of all distractions. She is here just to win this title. She is here for herself. She's no longer going to function as a valet to someone. And you think maybe she's out here trying to teach Kaitlyn a lesson, something about hanging around men for too long. Oh, and Kaitlyn misses a shoulder tackle from the top rope. She's going to be feeling that one for a little while. Natalya now twisting the arm around, but Kaitlyn works her way out into a nice arm drag. Great technical wrestling there. Has Natalya up against the ropes and kicks her out of the ring. The Divas are going to head outside. Natalya off the apron, misses a double axe handle, but now we've got a collar and elbow right up against the crowd barricade. The much stronger Natalya does indeed come out on top of that, reversing into a back elbow. Misses a kick to the gut, though, and now Kaitlyn, working from behind, succumbs to a snapmare. There's Natalya with a big knee to the forehead of Kaitlyn now. The Divas in this year's Universe mode here in the WWE, ladies and gentlemen, they are out to impress you. They are not afraid to go out of the ring, to use weapons, to put each other through tables. This is meaningful women's wrestling here. Oh, big back body drop from Natalya to Kaitlyn out of nowhere. Another knee to the forehead there. Natalya is in complete control of this match. Kaitlyn really has to work hard to get it together. Surfboard stretch broken up by the rope there. Kaitlyn is probably lucky that was not actually put to submission there. But now she gives a snapmare to Kaitlyn, to Natalya, I apologize, and finishes off a nice combo with a spinning heel kick, rolls her over with a kick to the small of the back, and there is Kaitlyn. She's been known more for interfering in matches of some of the men on the roster than she's been known for her own competition in the ring. Ever since she and Edge have started dating, she has cost Kofi a match against Edge. She cost the Primetime Players a tag team match. Oh, and there's a 3 count from Natalya with the surprise win, and Natalya is your new #1 contender. Looks like Kaitlyn's been too caught up in helping out her boyfriend Edge to focus on competing in the ring here. Natalya, meanwhile, dumping the Great Khali. She's ready for a title shot, and she may very well get one this Sunday at Extreme Rules. She is your new #1 contender for AJ Lee's Divas Championship, and she is very happy about it. We're going to come right back for our third match of the evening, guys. We'll be back after a quick commercial break as Kaitlyn embarrassingly leaves the ring. Match number 3 from Los Angeles, and this is one for the ages, ladies and gentlemen. Ric Flair, Hulk Hogan, one-on-one, single match here, 1 fall counts. We know the rules here. It's just Raw. It's not a pay-per-view, but this is an incredible match for the middle of the card here from Los Angeles. Takes us all back to the mid-'80s here, ladies and gentlemen. Flair in control early on. Both of these guys kind of looking to still put it together here in this 2K14 Universe mode. Hulk Hogan has a win and a loss. He beat Rey Mysterio last time we saw him, but let's remember he did indeed open his career here the second time around in a complete job fest to JBL, who honestly has been probably the most dominant competitor in this entire Universe mode so far. Whoever thought we'd say that? On the other hand, Ric Flair has not had a good run of things whatsoever. Losses abound. If he gets another one here, he may very well be considered a jobber in this federation from this point on. Even with the potential aid of Brock Lesnar, this is something that still has not gone investigated, but it's rumored that Ric Flair paid Brock Lesnar in our opening Raw event to sit at ringside during his match against Eddie Guerrero and attack Eddie when he made his way out toward the crowd barricade to ask him why he was there. Whether or not he was paid to do it, Lesnar did indeed attack Eddie Guerrero from ringside, from barricade side, I should say. Oh, nice kick from Hogan there. And Guerrero, even with the attack, still managed to beat Ric Flair. Money not well spent. Poor guy. But either way, Each of these guys really wants to win here. Hogan especially. A lot of the fans, when they heard that he'd be taking part in this universe mode this year, thought that he'd immediately launch himself up into the WWE Championship picture. And it's Dolph Ziggler who's really taken himself far and away as that #1 contender. He and John Cena have a big-time score to settle, but that doesn't mean there's no future in the division for someone like Hulk Hogan. Oh, and there's Hogan reversing, throwing Flair into the corner. Big kick to the gut. Flair now sitting down. He's got him up by the heels, slamming him down to the mat. But Flair is going to escape from the ring there. And now he's got a side headlock on Hogan. But Hogan reversing out. Big time back suplex to the floor of the arena. Oh, Flair caught his head on the side of the ring there. We're going to have to go into a replay later on. But his neck looked ugly there. That's going to be, honestly, it could very well be an injury. We have to keep an eye on that throughout this match. It could interfere with the way that he carries on here against the real American, Hulk Hogan. But there's a Russian leg sweep from Flair. He's wincing a little bit when his neck hits the mat, but he's not giving up here. There's a Russian leg sweep from Hogan now, reversing right into that. Tit for tat on those two. And we've got an elbow to the thigh from Hulk Hogan. Flair is down. He is definitely in pain. I don't think that's the way they intended for that back suplex to land outside of the ring, but he's got to carry on. He is a professional here. And there's a big time scoop slam from Hulk Hogan to Ric Flair. Vintage maneuver. And Flair is just down here. Hulk Hogan in complete control. Got him in a suplex, but wait, Flair catches the leg, reverses into a snap suplex of his own. And now he's going to strut because that's probably not going to hurt his neck. But Hogan is immediately up with a kick to the gut there. Flair countering with his own, though. And Hogan just throws him off from the side headlock position. Now Hogan has a little light armbar locked in. He's going to let go. He's not going to hold it for a submission, just trying to cause some pain in the elbow there to Ric Flair. We've got a pin from Hulk to Flair. Not even a 1 count, though, before Flair gets out. Now, working from behind is Ric Flair. A big back suplex of his own. That is the kind of landing that you go for there. And now Flair from behind. We've got a surfboard stretch applied to Hulk Hogan. He can't get to the ropes. This could be a very good maneuver here for Ric Flair, but he loses his grip, and Hulk Hogan is let down to the mat. And now Flair working from behind again. And there's another big-time back suplex from Flair to Hogan. Can't believe I get to call this match here. Big-time arm drag from Hogan to Flair. And now Flair is going to go outside again. Hogan right behind him. Flair working from behind. And another back suplex to the floor of the arena from Ric Flair to Hulk Hogan. Flair rolls him over. Hogan pushes him off. Oh, and a big shoulder tackle from Hogan on the run, knocking Flair over. Flair is groggy now. That neck's still hurting. But wait, Flair, it was a trap, and he throws Hogan back into the ring. Not before giving him an elbow to the forehead, though. And now Flair up in the ring from behind on Hogan here. He's got him up by the leg, and that's going to be the big-time inverted atomic drop. We've seen Flair do it over and over again. And now Flair, he's got it locked in. He's going to go for it. He's got the figure 4 leg lock. He's got it locked in. Hogan just reached left. Grab the rope, Hulk. Do it. Oh, but Flair loses his grip, and Hogan is allowed out. The match continues on. Now Flair running at him, misses a clothesline. Hogan counters with a big arm drag. Hogan heading outside now. He's coming over to the announcer's table, ripping the cover of it off. We just had an Extreme Rules pay-per-view last night. We know what this means. But Flair from the apron, double axe handle to Hulk Hogan. And now Flair throws him up against the announcer's table, rolls him on top of it. And he hits him right in the stomach, a big-time club. And now Flair up on top of the table with Hogan. All the electronics are going everywhere, but Hogan into a DDT of his own puts Flair through the table. Did not see that coming. Flair looked to be in complete control there. Computers flying, headsets are down. Cole and King are scurrying for cover, and then just standing there shaking their arms. Flair is down. All the impact on that head and neck. He is in some pain here. Hogan back outside of the ring now, letting this match carry on, but Flair capitalizing with a back suplex, and now Hogan's neck is the one that catches on the side of the ring. Elbow to the knee from Ric Flair to Hogan. They are out to hurt each other here. There's a big hip toss from Ric Flair to Hogan, just stomping on the chest now while he's down, and running at him. Hogan into an arm drag. All over the reversals there, ladies and gentlemen. And with elbows to the chest, Hogan is keeping Flair down right now, and now both men are going to scramble back into the ring. We've got a collar and elbow tie-up in the northeast corner, and now Hogan twisting the arm of Flair around. One more twist, and a big-time pound to the shoulder of Ric Flair. Hogan now working from behind, and he's got him in that back double underhook, slamming him down on his face, and Flair immediately dodges an elbow out of the ring one more time. Now Hogan out, and now he's going to come back in. Flair, oh, takes out the leg of the referee. And we've got a collar and elbow tie up here. And Hogan comes out on top, side headlock. He's going to whip Flair, and on the rebound, catches him, backbreaker over the knee of Hulk Hogan. Oh, but Flair with the reversal. He kicks Hogan to the gut. And a big-time low blow from Ric Flair to Hulk Hogan. I do not think the referee saw the low blow there, otherwise this match would be over. Hogan with a knee to the gut. And a big-time running DDT, planting Flair down on his head and neck that have already been injured in this match. Huge elbow drop to the chest from Hulk Hogan now. These guys are doing everything they can in this match. Oh, and there's a schoolboy roll-up from Flair. One. Just a one count, though, and Hogan does indeed kick out. Flair working from behind on Hogan. Scratches the back. And misses a running clothesline. Hogan into another arm drag. Flair pinned. One. Not even a one count. Flair can't get there. Hogan now. Suplex clutch to Ric Flair, has him up and drops him down on his back. Vertical suplex from Hulk Hogan to Ric Flair. Hogan is now going to drag Flair toward the center of the ring. We've got a 1, 2, oh, just a 2 count. Flair is getting tired now. And Hogan twisting the arm around, in control here, and flips Flair over with that arm. There's an elbow from Hulk Hogan to Ric Flair. Oh, and a big boot from Hogan to Flair. Flair is down. 1. Oh, 1 count though. Ric Flair kicks out. And now Hogan working from behind here. Russian leg sweep to Ric Flair. And we're going to see a big-time elbow drop to the chest. Hogan dominant in this match. He's dragging Flair to the center. He's going to try to pin him one more time. Oh no, Flair gets out. It looked like it was going for a leg drop, but Flair now with that running DDT. Flair all of a sudden completely on fire, working from behind on Hogan. Hogan twists the arm. There's a big-time belly-to-belly side slam from Hulk Hogan. This match is picking up in intensity, ladies and gentlemen. Flair is staggered. Hogan has him up. Oh, but Flair is out of it. Single-arm DDT. Hogan is down. And wait, Flair, he's going to go for the figure 4 one more time. Or is he? Yes, he is. Flair, figure 4, locked in. Hulk Hogan cannot get out of it from here. He is nowhere near the ropes, ladies and gentlemen. Nowhere near the ropes at all. Hulk Hogan screaming in pain, trying to fight his way out, trying to use his leg strength to break the hold of Ric Flair here. And he does. He does break the hold. Hogan is up. And Flair right back on the offensive. Hogan throws him off. Face first down to the mat, and an elbow to the back of the head there. That is going to be a dangerous elbow for Ric Flair in this match especially. Flair, though, plants him with another running DDT. And now Hogan immediately up to his feet, no selling the move, trying to show his fans that if you eat your vitamins, you can get out of something like this. Now Flair, suplex clutch, big time snap suplex to Hogan, runs over, but Hogan is back up on his feet immediately, not staying down for anything in this match. Flair working from behind, just scratching the back, and now takes out the leg of Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan will not stay down. He will not stay on the mat. Is anybody else noticing that he does not stay down? And now Hogan dragging Flair toward the center of the ring. One more time. We've got a pin here. 1, 2. Oh, 2 count. Flair indeed does kick out. Hogan working from behind. Flair, though, twists the arm around into a belly-to-belly, and he's got a side slam. Hogan is down on his back and will not stay down. Ric Flair working from behind. Hogan into a snapmare. Ric Flair pulling everything he can out now. Oh, and there's a rake to the eyes from Flair. And another running DDT plants Hulk Hogan. And Hogan will not stay down. Nothing hurts him. Nothing hurts Hulk Hogan enough to keep him down. This is unbelievable. And wait, Flair, oh, Hogan kicks out. It looked like it was going to be another figure 4. Flair twists the arm around. They've got to bring this match to an end one way or the other. There's an arm drag from Ric Flair to Hulk Hogan. And wait, Flair, he's got it set up one more time. He's going to go, he's going to lock it up again. He's dancing around, and Hogan is just dazed. He can't get out of it. Now he's going to stay down. And we've got another figure 4 leg lock. It's locked in. We're near the ropes, but Hogan's not close enough. Hogan is trying so hard to get out of this hold right now, ladies and gentlemen. If you can't see his face clearly, sweat, tears maybe, the screams, the growls, everything very unsettling about this match, but he does fight out one more time. One more time. And he gets an arm drag to Ric Flair. And now Hogan from behind punches to the side of the head of Ric Flair. Hogan's got to be in an extreme amount of pain right now. Flair running on fumes after he nearly broke his neck. And wait, Hogan off the ropes. Big time Hulk Hogan leg drop out of nowhere. Flair is dead. 2, 3. Hulk Hogan wins. 3 figure 4 leg locks he fights out of, and Hulk Hogan comes back with a big-time leg drop out of nowhere. There's that shot through the table. Unbelievable match, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, it's been 1 month so far, but this may very well be a match of the year candidate so far in this universe mode. You tell me, because we will be having awards in December, mind you. I want you to keep letting me know what your match of the year candidates are, and we'll have a little vote toward the end. But either way, Hulk Hogan, huge win over Ric Flair in a Battle of Legends. Flair was just injured from the outset, couldn't really do anything after that. I mean, he was in control for a little while there, but Hogan, just that no-selling ability of his, will not stay down. After DDTs and suplexes, he just gets right back up. Hogan's going to go places. Ric Flair is going to go to the jobber line, if anything, here in this universe mode. Hogan is all kinds of fired up. Our next match is a one-fall between Wade Barrett and Antonio Cesaro, the other chronic jobber on the roster right now. We're going to come right back for that, guys. Stay tuned. And wait a minute, Alberto Del Rio, your heavyweight champion from SmackDown, is making his way down to the ring as a special guest commentator. And here we are. This is our 4th match of the evening. Cesaro working from behind on Wade Barrett there. We just saw the heavyweight champion and Alberto Del Rio, though, making his way down to the ring. It's pretty well known that he does not like Antonio Cesaro, the Real American, Zeb Coulter, all of that stupid stuff. They are not fans of each other. Now, it's just interesting because Cesaro has nearly no friends in the WWE right now, aside from his partner Jack Swagger. In fact, in all of Antonio Cesaro's singles matches, losing to Seth Rollins on our opening edition of Raw, and then losing to JBL in 2 successive weeks, he's been completely unsuccessful on his own. Oh, get off of my TV screen. The only win he has is with his partner Jack Swagger in a tag team match against the Primetime Players. It's just interesting now that Cesaro keeps discovering these rivalries. His rivalry with JBL is just JBL trying to be the strong guy, but Kofi Kingston from SmackDown has come over and interfered in those matches twice in 2 weeks now. They had an encounter on Superstars before Kofi's match that JBL himself interrupted, and then even at the end of the match last week on Raw when Kofi interfered and JBL won the match because Cesaro started paying attention to Kofi, the now former NXT champion Big John Studd came out to the ring and laid JBL out. It just seems that strange rivalries are following Antonio Cesaro around, and at the end of the day, everybody hates Antonio. I would not be surprised if Alberto Del Rio was here to see Cesaro and not Wade Barrett, who is making his debut in our universe mode with this match right now. And there is Cesaro now. He's going to put Barrett up into the Tree of Woe position, hanging him from his knees on the turnbuckle. Oh, but he fights his way out, does Barrett. Cesaro misses an elbow to that Tree of Woe, and Barrett almost gets a good combo in all the way. Some blocking there. Barrett now side headlock, and he's going to whip Cesaro into the turnbuckle across the ring. Running at him, misses a punch though, and he's going to put Cesaro up on top of the turnbuckle. And now he follows up after him, a punch to the face. This is going to be a huge move. They're both up on the very top rope, ladies and gentlemen. And a superplex from Wade Barrett to Antonio Cesaro, dropping him right into the center of the ring. But Cesaro immediately up with a rake to the eyes, running at Barrett now. German suplex, working from behind. Now Barrett is down, stomping to the back and the head. Cesaro working from a front headlock now, but Barrett immediately out with a reversal. There's an elbow drop to the lower back of Antonio Cesaro. And now we've got a collar and elbow between these two strong men here, and Cesaro comes out on top just a bit stronger. And he's got both arms locked, and a big belly-to-belly suplex throwing Barrett up against the ropes on the other side of the ring. And now Cesaro leaving Barrett. Cesaro is heading out of the ring. He's got hatred in his eyes. He's over here looking at Alberto Del Rio, asking him why he's here interfering in this match, and the ref is indeed counting out. And now wait, we've got Barrett on the outside with Cesaro here, working side headlock, and a big-time body slam through the announcer's table. Everyone is standing up. Cesaro goes through the table. That's the second time tonight that table has been destroyed. And Cesaro now kind of scared away by that table shot. Wait, no. Cesaro, throwing Wade Barrett into the ring. Alberto Del Rio is up in the ring. Cesaro is going after him. Cesaro is going to run after Alberto Del Rio. Oh, but he goes up instead. Wow, that was bad controls there. Cesaro running up the entrance ramp after Alberto Del Rio. He's asking him what's happening. Del Rio has gone backstage. The ref is still counting Cesaro out. Wait, Del Rio has teleported back to the announcer's table, and there's Wade Barrett standing there. The table is completely gone. Cesaro was in the ring. Everybody was on the ramp. Everybody has been teleported. We seem to have stumbled upon a time anomaly here. But either way, Cesaro is using it for a bridging back suplex to Wade Barrett. It looks like Del Rio was actually here for Barrett, of all things. But there's Cesaro now with the deadlift into a suplex, throwing Barrett over. And now Cesaro, he throws Barrett into the ropes. And a big-time, very European uppercut from Antonio Cesaro to Wade Barrett. 1, 2, oh, almost a 3 count, but Barrett kicks out of that uppercut. And now he's going to throw Cesaro into the ropes. And a big sit-out spine buster from Wade Barrett to Antonio Cesaro. And now Cesaro out of the ring. The table's completely gone. Cesaro now going for Del Rio. German suplex. We have no idea what's happening here. The World Heavyweight Champion from the Blue Brand has inserted himself in this match. Bad comments for Wade Barrett after both men chased him up the ramp. And now Del Rio appears to be leaving again. Maybe he'll tell us where our table has gone. And now there is Cesaro throwing Barrett back into the ring where Del Rio was waiting. There is a clothesline and a kick to the head from Cesaro to Wade Barrett. I have no idea what is happening in this match right now. Del Rio came down to provide commentary. He was talking to King and Cole about the $1 Million Corporation on SmackDown. And then Barrett went over to, well, Barrett put Cesaro through the table, which seemed to scare Alberto Del Rio. Del Rio began to leave. Cesaro chased him, asking him why he was here. And then all hell broke loose. People teleported. I have a nosebleed. I don't know what's happening. And we've got a series of punches now from Cesaro, but Barrett blocks. And there's a big bullhammer from out of nowhere. Cesaro looks like he's been knocked into next week. Maybe back into that time anomaly we just discovered here. We've got 1, 2, oh, 2 count. Antonio Cesaro does indeed kick out. We've got punches from Barrett and a big time throw in the air and drop. And now Barrett up near the ropes has a camel clutch locked in. Cesaro crawling for the ropes. And he does not get there. That's a tap out. Wade Barrett wins by submission in a crazy match. I'm still piecing together what happened. I don't know how we teleported. I don't know where the shards of the table went after Cesaro was body slammed through it. I don't know how Alberto Del Rio did what he did. But either way, it looks like he has beef with Wade Barrett and Antonio Cesaro has beef with him. But remember, again, at the end of the day, as Cesaro loses his 4th match in singles competition in this universe mode, nobody likes Antonio, and that will never, ever change. Wade Barrett, big win with the camel clutch there. Got out of the very European uppercut, brought it back with a bullhammer. Barrett winning in his first match in our universe mode. But wait a minute, this is The Miz, your new NXT champion. And now The Miz throwing Antonio Cesaro out of the ring. What the hell is happening here? The Miz and Wade Barrett holding each other's hands up. The Miz is not even a part of this roster, ladies and gentlemen. He just won the NXT Championship last night. What just happened? And here we go, kids. Main event time from the Staples Center in LA. One more chance before Extreme Rules. Non-title, one fall match here. WWE Champion John Cena versus his #1 contender Dolph Ziggler. These two have been going back and forth all month long since we opened up our universe mode with a loss for John Cena at the hands of Yokozuna when Dolph Ziggler appeared on the stage afterward and declared that he was coming for the WWE Championship. Since then, it's been hell for both of these guys. They have a win each against each other. Cena been on the receiving end of backstage attacks from Dolph Ziggler. Either way, this is their last chance to impress the WWE Universe, their last chance to figure each other out before Extreme Rules. This Thursday night on Superstars, they will sign the contract that says they will have their match at Extreme Rules. We're going to have that little ceremony presented live from Superstars. Make sure you are watching that. And this match, you got to think that with the latest advantage is going to Dolph Ziggler. He won the match last week between the two of them, and he just, I don't know, he's been in the head of Cena throughout this. Huge power slam from Ziggler. That was great right there. And now Ziggler down on the ground, his patented headstand, headlock, Cena succumbing to it immediately. Ziggler's got it in locked very tight. We're still trying to figure out what the hell just happened in the arena with our fourth match between Wade Barrett and Antonio Cesaro. I don't get why Del Rio came out here from SmackDown, aside from talking about why Money Incorporated should be put out to pasture, and how he thinks he has found definitive evidence of the person that tried to run him over on Superstars last week. He thinks that he will reveal that on Superstars as well this week. We're going to have a nice big Superstars show for you. But either way, Del Rio had bad words for Barrett after they all time traveled and teleported. And I just can't piece together why the NXT champion, The Miz, came out. 2 champions in the ring. That was fantastic. And now we've got John Cena here. Our 3 biggest champions in this company all in the ring in the same night. That's a lot of fun, considering one of them's not even signed to the big leagues. But as we saw from Big John Studd last week, it seems to be that the NXT champion will interfere in Antonio Cesaro's matchups. Huge famouser from Dolph Ziggler there. Cena is definitely on the defensive in this matchup. Side headlock from Ziggler. He's got a pump handle set up into a gutbuster over his knee. And now Ziggler all kinds of fired up. Elbow drop, and big time elbow drop from Dolph Ziggler to John Cena. And now Ziggler wants Cena up on his feet. Cena is trying to get there, trying to show he's got fight left in him, but Ziggler from behind, zigzag to John Cena, the champion. The champ is down. Ziggler for the pin. 1, 2, almost a 3 count, but Cena does indeed kick out. We will carry on the match. It looked like Ziggler had it completely locked up there. Cena with a Russian leg sweep, though. Cena going for his own pin. Barely even a 1 count. Cena's going to have to do more there. And he's got a series of punches, but Ziggler blocks with his own punch right across the face of Cena. Working from behind. Big time back suplex from Dolph Ziggler to John Cena. And now Ziggler, surfboard stretch applied. Cena trying to fight his way out. You can see the strain in his musculature, and he does indeed fight out. Ziggler has to let go and drop him. Hits him with an elbow drop to the cheek, though. Now working from the front is Dolph Ziggler. Cena reversing, twisting the arm around. Misses a double axe handle to the floor, though. Another big-time famouser from Dolph Ziggler to John Cena. Ziggler from behind now stepping on the knee and slamming it down into the mat. Trying to take out the legs of John Cena here. Another big-time momentum-assisted power slam from Ziggler, who is in complete control. He's locking in another headlock. He's going to get up on his head one more time, showing off for the crowd, showing this crowd why he deserves to be the next WWE champion, why he thinks he's going to come away with the gold at Extreme Rules this Sunday night. That is a guaranteed match on the card. Cena versus Ziggler, most likely going to be an Extreme Rules match. And Ziggler with another big series of elbow drops. And Ziggler, if anything, in this rivalry as he gets John Cena up again. Another zigzag from out of nowhere. We've got another pinfall here. 1, 2, 3. Dolph Ziggler beats the WWE champion again. This is their last chance before the pay-per-view. And if the results of the past 2 weeks have to say anything about what's going to happen at Extreme Rules this Sunday, it looks like this Raw crowd better get ready for a new WWE champion. Dolph Ziggler has pulled out all the stops. He has attacked Cena. He has definitely been acting as the heel in this scenario, but it matters not because they're going into an Extreme Rules match, and Ziggler can say he's just been practicing, which is the one thing that John Cena said Dolph Ziggler does not do is practice and train. Ziggler has proven it over the past few weeks. He gets a huge win over John Cena. We're going to go off the air from Los Angeles here, the Staples Center. We're going to come back tomorrow night for NXT, and we're going to see our new champion, The Miz, who just appeared here on Raw, in action. Until next time, though, guys, we will see you later. Don't miss a minute. This is going to be a huge week.